In the 1980's most terrifying monsters, from man-eating plants to demonic toys, here are the unforgettable fiends that defined a generation. Welcome back, everyone. It's me, and today we're counting down the top 5 most evil monsters set in the 1980's. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 5 is Pinhead from Hellraiser. Released in 1987, Hellraiser was one of the most notorious films of its day. And it all had to do with this guy, the sadistic leader of the Cenobites, an extra-dimensional race of sadomasochistic beings who inhabit the puzzle box known as the Lament configuration. Once solved, the box opens a portal that allows the Cenobites to enter our world, where they tear their victims' flesh with hooks, chainsaws, and their bare hands. But perhaps even more terrifying than Pinhead and his cohorts are the things they drag their victims to. Known as the Labyrinth, it's described as pure agony and pleasure distilled into a single dimension. Now, if that sounds like your idea of hell, well, don't worry, because Pinhead is coming for you. Number 4, Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. He might not be the most original slasher villain out there, but he's certainly among the most iconic. After killing his mother Pamela in the first Friday the 13th film, Jason goes on a murderous rampage at Camp Crystal Lake, stalking and slaughtering campers in increasingly elaborate ways. What makes Jason so terrifying is that he doesn't seem to have any motive other than killing. He does not stop, he does not slow down, and he does not think about tomorrow because Jason is actually dead. Well, kind of. Thanks to a combination of bad writing and audience demand, Jason Voorhees has returned from the dead more times than we can count. But no matter how many times he dies, he always comes back for more. Just don't ask us how or why. Number 3, Hannibal Lecter from The Silence of the Lambs. Where do you go when you want to eat, drink, and make merry? Why, to a restaurant, of course. But what if your waiter was a serial killer? Well, if you dined with Hannibal Lecter, that would be a real possibility. A brilliant psychiatrist and former FBI hostage negotiator. Hannibal Lecter moonlights as a cannibalistic serial killer who targets other highly intelligent individuals whom he deems worthy of being eaten. Audiences got their first taste of Hannibal in the 1988 film Manhunter, but he went on to become one of pop culture's most infamous villains in the 1991 film The Silence of the Lambs. In that film, an FBI trainee must receive the help of Dr. Lecter in order to catch another serial killer who is murdering prostitutes and then flaying their skin. Did I mention that Hannibal Lecter is also a cannibal? Number 2, Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street. When you're having nightmares, you usually just want to wake up. You know, snuggle with your teddy bear, have a glass of warm milk, and everything will be alright. But what if your dreams were a waking nightmare? That's the situation facing the residents of Springwood, Ohio, who are stalked by the disfigured Freddy Krueger while they sleep. See, Freddy used to work as a children's entertainer before he was burnt alive by the parents of the children he preyed upon. Now he haunts their dreams, appearing as a disfigured man with a bladed glove on his right hand, slashing at his victims and dragging them into his lair, which is also known as the Dream World. Freddy is arguably the most iconic horror villain of all time, and although he made his first appearance in the 1984 film A Nightmare on Elm Street, he continues to haunt our nightmares to this very day. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Xenomorph, the alien from Alien. Sure, there are plenty of big-budget action films from the 1980s, but few of them feature anything as genuinely terrifying as the Xenomorph. This extraterrestrial creature first crash-lands on Earth in the 1979 film Alien, but it quickly becomes apparent that this is no ordinary crash landing. The Xenomorphs are aggressive, incredibly strong, fast, and virtually indestructible. They can only be killed by piercing their inner skeleton with a high-caliber weapon or by decapitation, and even then they continue to twitch and spasm after being shot multiple times. By the time the sequels rolled around, Xenomorphs were no longer just scary, they were straight-up terrifying. That's all for this list, folks, but if you're still hungry for more, be sure to check out more content. What's your favorite monster movie from the 1980s? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching.